Hi guys, I'm spoiling you today. Two videos. Dazzie's comic book showcases, episode 107. And today I will be showcasing The House of Mystery and The House of Secret key issue comic books in my personal collection. Yeah, I love both titles, especially when it comes to the vintage books. But before we continue, if I could perhaps ask you for a subscription, a like, a share, a comment, ding that bell for notifications. It all really helps Milo Crate Productions. Okay, guys, let's start with House of Mystery. And my earliest Silver Age book is a good one. This is House of Mystery, issue 156, guys. And this is the first appearance of Robbie Reed. It is the introduction of the Dial H for Hero Dial, a magical artifact that temporarily transforms ordinary people into superheroes. Now, this could be a no-brainer for James Gunn. He likes the wacky stuff. I got a feeling there is potential with this issue. I paid just £4 for this one in the back end of 2019. It is a good read. Pardon the pun. Moving on. And I've had a couple of these over the years. And this is from 1966, House of Mystery, issue 160, guys. And this is the first appearance of the Plastic Man in the Silver Age. Now, Robbie Reed, who I just spoke about, uses the Dial H for Hero device to transform into Plastic Man. Yeah, as well as that, Robbie Reed becomes Giant Boy and King Candy in the story. And this is the first appearance of the Plastic Man in a DC comic. Robbie refers to Plas as a hero from years ago, which indicates that Plastic Man existed on Earth 1 at some point prior to this story. I paid £9 for this one at the Cheltenham Con of 2018. Good investment, I think. Easily in this sort of grade, 30 to 40 plus. The next book, I'm Binum and Iron. This book isn't easy to find, and there's a second copy floating around in Gloucester, but I think they want about 12, £13. The book probably goes for about 20, and it's got a sticker on the cover, but I think I can get the sticker off. I'm toying with picking it up, but it's a good book all the same. This is House of Mystery, issue 290. And this, guys, is the first appearance of I, Vampire, Andrew Bennett. It is also the first appearance of Mary, Queen of Blood. It was Mary Stewart. Now, I, Vampire, Andrew Bennett has had his own DC comic series. £6 I paid for this one in the Thornbury Comic Con of 2019. Pence copy though. I would love to get my, you know me, I like my cents copies more. Okay, so then we move on to more modern House of Mystery. And this comes from July of 2008. I remember it being in some top 20s at one point. This comes from Vertigo. This is House of Mystery, issue number 1. A low printed book. This is the first appearance of Cressida, a barmaid who is reincarnated throughout history. And there are just 18,403 copies of this book floating around, guys. Paid £1.32 for this one in Area 51 in Bristol, and that was in early 2021. And then up next is the first appearance of a character who got their own TV show. I met many of the cast. I thought it was a great watch. It was on Netflix for some time. This is House of Mystery, Halloween Special, issue number 1, or just a one-off book, I suppose. First appearance of iZombie, Gwen Dillon. Yep. Of course, it wasn't Gwen Dillon, I believe, in the TV show, but it was iZombie. And I paid 50p for this book. And this is easily a double figure book. We're talking £10 plus. Picked this up at the Birmingham Con of 2019. I believe I've sold one or two in the past as well. Okay, and then into my House of Secrets books, guys. Now, this next character I'm going to show you is a character I really want to pick up their first appearance at some point, and that comes from 1963 in House of Secrets, issue 61. But I guess I got the next best thing for now. This is House of Secrets, issue 66, and this comes from 1964, guys. And it's all about this guy here. This is the first full cover appearance of Eclipso, Bruce Gordon. He previously had partial cover appearances. This is a character that appeared in the Stargirl TV show. Paid just £2.65 for this one in the back end of 2021 in one of my favourite comic shops. And that is Out of This World in Worcester. Good book. Low grade, but better than no grade, of course. Up next is another book. This is a character that appeared in one of my encyclopedias, so I had to pick it up. This is House of Secrets, issue 73. And this is the first appearance of Prince Rahman, Mark Merlin. Paid £10.94 for that one on eBay. That was in early 2022. Up next, we got a huge book, but it is just a reprint. This is, of course, a reprint of House of Secrets, issue 92. We know what that is, guys. Of course, the first appearance of Swamp Thing, Alex Olsen. There is apparently going to be a Swamp Thing movie at some point. But in the meantime, I'm just going to have to settle for this 50p copy of the reprint DC Silver Edition. Now, I remember, I think, passing... When I first got into the hobby back in 2016, there was a copy of House of Secrets 92, I think, going for £100 in the Birmingham Comic Con, and I passed on it because I thought it was too much to pay for a bit of paper. What did I know later on in the hobby? And the final book I'm going to show you guys is a nice bit of bronze. It comes from the year I was born, 1974, and this is House of Secrets, issue 116. And this is the first professionally published work in comics by David Michelini. And at one point I was due to meet David Michelini, but something happened. He didn't make it, or the con was cancelled. But I would love to get this book signed by him. I just paid £4 for this one in the middle of 2024. I had a pretty poor Comic Con for books at the time. That was the local one in Gloucester. It's on Gloucester Comic Con is on again actually on Saturday, and I'm and ahhing whether to pay to go in there because there was next to no books, and the books that were there last time were extremely expensive. But you know me, I'll probably end up popping my head through the door. That's it, guys. Short and sweet this time, but thanks for watching. Bye for now.